So Roger, I spent 45 years in the aviation business, and I worked for manufacturers of aircraft, so I've flown all over the world. I flew jets and turboprops all over the world. My wife and I met actually in Alexandria, Virginia, when we were both working for an association, and that's where we moved from. I retired 4 years ago. After retirement, both Kathleen and I said, well, you know, it would be great to do something, and I talked to my brother who retired a couple years ahead of me, and he said, why don't you just find one thing to do every day that's productive? And sure enough, we had volunteered for one of the fundraisers for an organization called Clothing Our Kids here in Sussex County. Clothing Our Kids is a 501c3 not-for-profit here in Sussex County. And what we do, Roger, is we end up interfacing with the Sussex County schools, either through the school nurse or through the school counselor, and helping kids who need clothing. So, for example, at the beginning of the year, which is, you know, just started last September, we hear from the counselor and the student nurses, school nurses, that somebody has come to school and they have, you know, a shoe that's been mangled or something and in need of another pair of shoes. The counselor through the teachers find out that there's not a lot in the family and that they could use some help. With 8 grandchildren, you can imagine that when we see how fortunate we've been blessed, it's great to be able to share that with children who are just a little less fortunate. Also, it makes those children feel better in terms of how they feel. You know, when you show up to work with a nice coat and a tie on and everything is clean, you got a good pair of shoes, my goodness, you feel great about yourself. We want the children to feel good about themselves.
Bob Blouin, for all the many good things you do, the wonderful things you do in the second half of your life, proving that the second half is a winner, we present you with the WRDE Mount Air Takes One to Know One Award.
Thank you, Roger.